This episode is brought to you by Budweiser 1933 Repeal Reserve. It's not bad at all. It's actually, I mean, to be quite honest, it's really not bad at all. It has more of an expensive taste, I guess you could say. It tastes like much higher caliber beers is what I mean. It doesn't taste like a Budweiser whatsoever. I guess it's kind of reminiscent of Killian's Irish a little bit. It also reminds me of some of Guinness Extra Stout. I mean, it's not a stout by any means. It's just it has that same, I guess, full body mouthful. I don't know. But it's really not bad at all. I've actually recommended it to a few people. And at 6.1%, it'll get you feeling pretty good after a bottle. So anyway, in this particular video, I was wanting to talk a little bit, I guess rant a little bit more or less, about Guitar Center's archaic policies. I had made two different purchases with them, and both of them had a minor little issue that I felt in this day and age should be quite easy to fix. And I got both problems resolved, so it's fine. It's whatever. I just want to make this video to basically make sure that nobody else makes the same mistakes that I did, because it's kind of a headache to get it resolved. But luckily I had cool people at the store. They got it handled, got it situated for me, so that's cool. And talked to cool people on the phone. They're also able to help, so that's cool. All around, just cool people everywhere. It's just, by no design of their own, the system itself that all those employees use is a terrible system, and it has to be made in 1983. So first of all, we'll start off with the first issue. So I was going to order the Moog and the Roland, and when I went in to order them, I noticed they were both on back order. One of them said that they would ship on November 11. Another one said it would ship on November 16. And I had a vacation that started on November 10. So I was like, I would really like to have both of these for my vacation so I could spend that time just kind of getting to know how the systems work and get acclimated to them. And if I can figure out pretty quickly, I can immediately get to work. So I called the store to see if they had anything on their own inventory. He stated that he actually showed inventory for the Moog synthesizer at the sorting warehouse or whatever in Kansas City. He's like, I could get that order and have it in a few days. So I was like, that works. Let's go. Let's do it. And then we'll deal with the Roland after that's taken care of. So he went ahead and placed the order for it. And I said, I got some gift cards. Do you want me to go into the store to process them? Or he's like, no, we can do that over the phone. Okay. So I started running down all the gift cards one by one. I mean, I had some that were in, amounts as low as 50. I had some that were as high as 200. It just kind of depended on how much extra money I had. I've been going to Guitar Center basically every paycheck since July and getting gift cards so I could start getting this crap and start getting it sorted out. So I had a big stack of them. And so we just started boom, 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 going through them. When he's taking the order, after he was done, he was confirming everything. And I said, actually, you got my email address wrong. It's such and such. And he's like, oh, well, I don't have any way to fix it now, but everything's good. It's set to go. And then he told me the final price, and then we hung up the phone. A couple of days later, I was like, well, I'll check the tracking and see what's going on. So I remembered the email address that he misspelled, so I put in the misspelling, and when I pulled it up, it showed that he actually charged me $8.99 plus tax for the synthesizer, when on the website it showed it was $7.79 plus tax. And so I'm like, whoa. These guys are screwing me over. So it's really weird that they would have one price for the store and one price for the website. You would figure that everything would have parity, across the board. I had them ship it to the store because I didn't want to I knew that the box would be huge, and I didn't want it sitting on the porch. So I was like, I'll just have them ship it to the store. And so I figured, well, once I go to the store, I'll just have them do a price match. I looked at the website, and the website said they do offer a 45-day price match guarantees. So it said if at any point you notice a competitor with a lower price or our website with a lower price, just bring in your receipt, original point of sale, and we'll get a price match and issue a refund. Good. So I go to the store to get that taken care of, and he had to call his manager over to have his manager look at it, and apparently he's like, this is really weird because the policy states, or not the policy, it's showing here that I have to box this up and send it back, and then have them send it back to us for us to get the amount right. And I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. And so he calls his manager over, and his manager says, that was the policy. We've recently changed the policy. So now all you have to do is create this ticket, and then it'll get converted over, and then we'll just issue a refund here at the register. So he's like, okay. So his manager's like, so you create a ticket, and then that sends it to the customer service office, and the customer service office reviews it. And then they clear it and send a message to us at your register. And then once you receive that message, at that point, then you can issue the refund. And I told him, I was like, I spent the whole entire thing on gift cards, so just issue me a gift card for the difference, and we'll be good to go. So he's like, okay, so yeah, we'll get this in a second. Just kind of walk around. I was walking around the store for like 30 minutes before they finally called me up that it got taken care of. So number one, the guy at the register should have the full power, and especially if he has a manager over, should have the full power to issue the refund immediately. And it shouldn't have to go through some system, have to get a refund ticket submitted, have to get it approved by some other office, and blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous. It should just be an immediate process. But it's fine. 45 minutes later, I was able to get the gift card and the synthesizer and come home, and the price was right and everything was good. So that was fine. After I ordered the Moog, he was calling around, and he couldn't find anybody in the area that had a Roland. So I was like, screw it. I'll just put an order in on the website. It'll just come when it comes. So I go to put the order in. I'm like, I don't quite have enough money to cover it. So what I'll do is I'll just put in an order with my credit card right now. And then in a week, once payday comes, I have the rest of the funds to cover the full purchase. Then I'll just call customer service and have them cancel that and recharge it and blah, 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 get it sorted out. With it, it's basically a pre-order. It was on back order, so it's just going to sit there. That was number one. Number two was I'm thinking, well, it's a pre-order, so it's not going to charge anyway, so it really doesn't matter. They'll just charge it once it's available. So anyway, I put in the order on the credit card. And then the next day I get an email, and it says that your Roland TR-08 is preparing for shipment. And I'm like, well, that's interesting, because it said the other day it said when I ordered it yesterday, it was on back order until the 16th. And this is like November 1st, I think. And yeah, it's like, it's preparing order. Okay. Then later that evening, I got an email that it's been shipped. Okay. So, I guess there goes that idea. So when it came in, I was like, well, I have the rest of these gift cards, and now I need to apply the gift card to the balance and have it refunded on the credit card, because I've already bought the gift card. So in effect, I've bought it twice now, basically. The item comes in the mail, so I'm like, well, I got the item with me, I got the receipt with me, I'll just go by the store and have them just simply return it, and then I'll just rebuy it at the store and use the right card. I figured that'd be the easiest way. So I go to the store, and I'm like, yeah, I used the wrong card on this. I actually wanted to use gift cards, and I charge it on a credit card. So can we just simply refund it, and I'll just rebuy it and use the right card? And he's like, yeah, we'll see what we can do. So he pulls it up, and he's looking, and he's like, well, it doesn't actually work like that. See, our store is our inventory, just like the Oklahoma City store is their inventory. And then the online store is their inventory. We don't share inventories with each other. So since you bought this from the online store, it's the online store's inventory. I can't if I refund it and return it, it doesn't then go into my inventory. It just goes back into their inventory, and they'll be expecting the shipment to go back to them. So he's like, so the only way we can do it is basically I do a refund for the system. I have to then box it up and send it back to the warehouse. And then I put in another order. And then the other one comes. And once the other one comes, then that one's already charged to the right, card. I'm thinking, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. Just do the refund and sell it to me. I mean, again, I've done it at Best Buy. I've done it at Walmart. So I don't understand why everything's segregated. Their inventory, our inventory, our inventory. Once they do the refund, it should then show up in their inventory. That's where it's sitting at, and they should be able to put it on their shelf and sell it right then. They shouldn't have to box it up and send it to the warehouse. The Guitar Center is wasting a lot of money with man resources and with boxing and shipping by doing it that way. It'd be cheaper just to have the option to put it in the store. And the fact this stupid thing just came out a month ago, it's a very desirable item. And the fact it's on back order shows it's a very desirable item. They didn't even have any there at the store. They didn't even have a display there at the store. So I'm sure if they put it on the shelf, it'd probably sell in a day or two. I was like, well, I'll call customer service and see if there's some way that since it's their inventory, maybe at the customer service they can just do the refund there. So I call customer service and I'm talking to them and asking if they can do it. And they're like, yeah, no, we can't do that. And so I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to go to the website, put in an order for another one with the gift cards this time. And then when that comes in, I'll just take the receipt from the original sale with the second item back to the store and just do a full refund. And that's what I ended up having to do. So once I got the new one in, which came in on Friday, which is the 16th or 15th, like it said on the website. When I got the new one in, then I just took that to the store with the original receipt for the credit card. And I just said, yeah, I just want to do a refund. And so they zap, refund. It's done. You're out the door. And I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. How it's set up this way. But, I mean, it's no big deal. I was able to get taken care of. And the guy at the store is like, yeah, I'm really glad you're really understanding of the policy because I've had people like scream and cuss me out because of this and there's nothing I can do. And I'm like, I know there's nothing you can do. I've worked in customer service for years. I realize that we are at the whim of this idiotic system that has, it's a walled garden. You can only do what you can only do. So I understand that. But yeah, so that's Guitar Center's weird return policy is you can't just take it to the store and have them take care of it because they got to ship it back to the warehouse. I don't have much else to say. I will be putting in a pre-order any day now for the Behringer Model D. I have enough gift cards and money saved up, so I'll be able to put in a pre-order for that. Hopefully I'll get it on release day or close and be able to do a video about that. I'm really stoked for it, even though everybody's dogging it. Well, I don't want to say everybody, because a lot of people are really stoked for it. Well, the Mini Moog purists, I guess I should say, are really dogging it, saying, oh, they don't sound like a real Mini Moog. Well, Mini Moogs don't sound like Mini Moogs. I mean, they're analog systems, and especially the old ones are very cantankerous analog systems. No two are going to sound exactly the same. They're all going to have variations. And the Behringer Model D, just like the Mini Moog Model D, it is also a variation. And it has the same character, it has the same body, it has the same, a lot of the things are there. So I'm really anxious to get it because I've always wanted a 3-oscillator synthesizer. And this one is, from what it looks like it's a really good 3-oscillator synthesizer. And it's built in a very familiar layout. But anyway, I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping I'll get that on release day and do an unboxing video and get to talk about it and do some playing and some other things like that. So looking forward to that. It says, I think, December 1st, 6th, 8th, something like that is when they're looking to ship. Behringer just opened up their brand new manufacturing facility a couple of weeks ago or so. So it was originally looking for a November release date, but they had to push it back because basically it's a brand new facility. But I'm really excited for it just to check it out and have a 3-oscillator synthesizer. and especially one that has the same characteristics as a Minimoog. I mean, that's just awesome. But I guess that's all I have to say for today, and thanks for watching.